Good evening, everybody. My name is Mátyás Bekecs, and I'm a farmer from Hungary. We are farming on a big plain, which is quite a drought-sensitive area this year as well. And well, the size is relative, and probably the audience here, like 500 hectares, sounds quite a huge scale. Probably the bigger farmers would say like it's not really a big size, but it's big enough to get attention of scientists, universities, and I try to share my experience, what I put together about how can we do regenerative farming on this scale. Could I have the next slide, please? So where are we? We are in the big plain, as I said, close to the Tisza Lake. And next slide, please. I try to fasten up. I could talk an hour as well. It would be easier for me, but I can see we're running out of time. Sorry about that. So there's a map around our farm. It's we're farming on about 500 hectares. About half of it is arable land, half of it is grassland. And on this map, what you see is around 300 hectares. And those nice yellow dots are where we dig the soil profiles. Could we go maybe the next slide, please? I had the luck to work with one of the best soil scientists of Hungary, Dr. Endre Dobos. And we dig about 1.5 meters, 2 meters deep soil profiles by hand, and he helped me to put together the soil or soil map. Why is it important? I think it's important because I believe in healthy soil can grow a healthy plant, and if an animal or a humans eat it, they're gonna be healthy. So everything starts from the soil, and soil. Even though the Carpathian Basin is a very well-protected part of the planet, the soil is in a terrible condition. Soil degradation is huge, and loss of biodiversity. It's increased desertification and climate change. So I thought it's very important to have our soil map and to continue the improvement of the soil. So we're gonna keep checking in the next years or decades, hopefully. Could I have the next slide, please? So Dr. Endre Dobos helped me to put together our soil map, and he identified 67 types of soil in this 300 hectares. So you would think is a big plain is a very even soil types, but not. So we have mostly clay soils, solonyet, solonchak, chernozem, sandy soil. So it's very fascinating. Could we have the next one, please? So a few words about our farm. We also have about 200 Hungarian Simmental cows who I try to integrate to our arable land as well, and of course the grassland, and we try to regenerate it with their help. And a couple of words about the farm. My parents started to farm here. They've been doing conventional farming, so all that 5 types of sunflower, wheat, barley, this corn, even hybrid corn. So that was irrigated. So quite an intense crop production was on our farm. But when I came back in 2010 from abroad, and I had my parents to farm, and from 2016 I'm running the farm. I was very unsatisfied with it. How is this conventional farming with all the depending on? We've been depending on subsidies, banks, climate, market, integrators, everybody, and this caused a lot of stress. And I was very keen to find another way. Could I have the next slide, please? That one is or rainfall. I believe the yearly rainfall is not that relevant because the effective rainfall is the important, and how in the Carpathian Basin we have, even in a drought year, like relatively enough rain, and if we would farm in a way how we don't lose it and use methods how we can actually store it in our soil, I believe that we would be all right. Much easier for us than probably about 2/3 of the planet is in a much worse situation. Could I have the next slide, please? Next slide, please. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. So about regenerative farming, when I was unsatisfied with the conventional farming, I was keen to look for a new solution. And in 2021, I read Dirt to Soil from Gabe Brown. And luckily, thanks for the previous presentators, like probably everybody aware of the fact of the principles of regenerative agriculture. So I wouldn't waste too much time on it. But we doing absolutely zero tillage. We don't move the soil. We don't use even any kind of fertilizer or chemicals even allowed in organic farming. So we completely organic and completely zero tillage, and we just try to use the help of the ecology. Could I have the next slide, please? So Alan Savory is what Piotr was mentioning before. Like he has a huge effect on my knowledge as well. Holistic management. I warmly advise to everybody who doesn't know him to look for him and his knowledge. And he put the 4 ecosystem processes together. It's a fascinating science. Unfortunately, I can't really spend more time on it now, but it's that's what we use on our farming. And next slide, please. I would like to show just a couple of practices. I would like to share some of the key ideas what I learned in the last 5 years, and we try to put it in practice. So if any question, we can go into deeper. So this is an arable land where we grazing cover crops. I really like this idea that it's not the cow, it's the how, because as all of us knows, the cows are the responsible for global warming. That's obvious. But Alan Savory and the Savory Institute nicely explains, actually, if we manage the livestock, the ruminants in a correct way, actually we can put carbon into the soil. Could I have the next slide, please? We're doing different practices like bear grazing in the winter. Next slide, please. Again, grazing arable land. At the moment, it's that's last year May photo, I think, and this year as well. They look similar. At the moment, we're grazing the arable land. Next slide, please. These are warm season summer cover crops. When everything burns out, we still have quite a nice cover crops what we can graze our animals. Could I have the next slide, please? When we don't have time to get everywhere, because for such a size of farm, in the spring, the 200 animals is a bit not enough. At the summer and the winter, it's more than enough, but in the high season, so sometimes we make mulch when we can see like we can't get there. And after, next slide, please. So we roll it down and straight away plant in summer season cover crops with a direct drill. Next slide, please. And we have some plans where permaculture and different scientists helping us how to put together like some silvopasture, agroforestry, to have shade, windbreaks, drought emergency fodder, food for the animals, firewood, habitat, because we don't use chemicals, and we need the ecology to help us. So it's important to create habitat and increase biodiversity and create a resilient land. And we started half a year ago to sell our beef, sell our meat, and because we don't use any chemicals, we don't vaccine the animals, we just use our management. Therefore, even people who are sensitive for these things can enjoy our meat. And yes, briefly, I think maybe a last idea, like you are what you eat eats. That's our slogan. Thank you very much. Next slide, please. And that's it. Thank you.